Welcome to today's class. Find yourself in a seated position, scoop out your glutes, one side after another, so your seating bones are equally on the floor. Place your hands in front of your heart and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Full yogi's breath. Today, the focus lies on our second chakra, where all the emotions are stored, where all the tension can build up and make us unfocused. It can bring up worry and suffering. And with some hip opening exercises, not only do we release the tension in our hips, but also in our second chakra, and we bring energy back into a flowing state. So inhale here, deep in through the nose, into your belly, and out through your nose, belly, ribcage, chest. Make it a circular movement, kind of like a wave, in and out. Set an intention for the day, for this class, to really let go of everything that's stored within you. Even if you don't know yet what it might be, probably will come up in this class. So be ready to receive everything that comes up and just let it go. From here, we do some spinal movements. Just move however your body tells you to. Backwards, forth, look up, look down. Just don't think, just observe. Whatever your body wants to do, in whichever direction it wants to move, you just flow with it. Now we are going to place our hands in front of us and we are doing some gentle cat and cow. So we're inhaling, looking up to the sky, and exhale around our back. Inhale, push our chest out, and exhale around our back. Go at your own pace. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Just it's a small warm-up. Know the limits of your body. Just do gentle movements in the beginning and slowly come back into a seated position. Push yourself back and wipe out your knees, your hips from side to side. Put one leg after another down on the right side and then twist over to the left side. Perfect. Now from here we are going into a variation of the pigeon pose, a very nice hip opening stretch. So we're going to place our left leg bent 90 degrees in front of us, and the same with the right leg behind of us 90 degrees. Both hip flexors are pointing forward, and we try to have a long spine, and our body weight is centered on both hips. Perfect. Both knees are pushing down into the ground. You can even help a bit with your hands. Just don't place them right in front on top of the knee. Just a bit more up towards the thigh. Now switch positions, switch side. Try it without using your hands to challenge yourself a bit here. Now the right leg is bent 90 degrees in front of you, and the left leg is also 90 degrees with the shin and the calf looking to the back of the mat. Both hip flexors are pointing equally to the front, and with a slow, gentle breath, you sink deeper into this stretch. Perfect. Try again without using your hands. Come back into a butterfly position. Just put the soles of your feet together. Long spine, chest is out. And try to push with your elbows or your tricep into your inner thighs to give it a little bit of pressure into your hips so they are pushing down. Perfect. Focus on your breath. Inhale into the belly and out, belly, rib cage, and then the chest. Now push yourself back into seating positions with both legs straight in front of you. Now bend the left leg so the heel is reaching into your pelvic region. Reach up and bend over your right leg. Now you can try to reach for your quad, your shins, or your feet if that's possible for you. But try to focus to reach the belly on top of your quads. It's not about reaching the foot, it's more about keeping a straight spine here. So my focus always goes first with flexing the hip in that direction that I can reach my belly onto my quads. And with every breath, you sink deeper into the stretch and you let go of all the tension and of everything that comes to your mind. You are just observing and listening to your own breath. Now switch sides, straighten the left leg, right heel into your pelvic region and bend over your left leg. Keep in mind that the toes are active to really stretch our hamstrings. And again, let go with every breath. In this Hatha class, we're going to stay a bit longer in the stretches so we can really feel them, feel into the stretch and into our emotions. So from here, we are turning over our knees into a tabletop position. Adjust your stance and just move again in any direction your body wants to, whatever feels good in this very moment. You can sink down almost into a child's pose, push back forth, whatever your body wants right now. Now step your left leg outside of your left hand. Right knee still on the floor and just move whatever your body wants to. Perfect. It might feel a bit unfamiliar to you, but just see how after this exercise you will feel so much more mobility in your hip straight away. Now straighten the left leg out to the side and continue moving in circular motions. switch direction whenever you're ready. And keep breathing. Perfect. Switch the legs. Right leg steps next to the right hand. And again, circular movements here, back and forth. You might find that one side is more stiff than the other. That's totally fine. Just go along with your body. Connect and be one. Straighten the right leg out to the side. Perfect. Come back into tabletop position and push back in child's position. Big toes are touching, the knees are met width apart, and our hands reaching to the front. Our head is resting on the floor, and we give ourselves some nice deep breaths here. If you feel like it, just sigh it out through your mouth. Let go of everything that comes up. Always remember, the breath is the only tool that in this very moment can bring us back to the present moment. It's the fastest way to connect with yourself because there is no past and no future in the breath. Now from child's pose, push up into downward dog and just walk your dog. Lean from side to side. Again, whatever feels right to you. I really want you to listen to your body and not just follow a strict protocol. No one knows your body better than you. Now find a still downward dog. Really push the hip flexors up into the sky. Heels are pushing down. Pushing your thumbs and index finger. And going through a three-legged dog. Right leg reaches up and over to the left side for a hip opening stretch. Keep in mind that the left heel is pushing down into the ground. It's only the right hip opening to the left side. Perfect. Step the right leg back down and walk your dog a bit. Now, when you feel ready, go into a three-legged dog, left leg in the air and twist over to the right side. Right heel is pushing down to the floor. Point the left toes and really open the hip up. Very good. Come back into your downward dog and slowly walk forward in between your hands. Now I want you to just hang heavy here. Let yourself be heavy. Hold on to your elbows if it feels comfortable for you. You can slightly bend your knees. This is just about feeling and connecting. Now step your feet mat width apart, toes pointing a bit outwards, and push down into a yogi squat malasana. You can hold on to your ankles here and push back up into a forward fold. Exhale and inhale, push back down into a yogi squat. Continue at your own pace and keep in mind that it's very important that the heels stay on the ground, if possible to you, and that you keep a long spine at all times. Connect to your breath. Be like a wave. flow like water in this practice, and just let go and go along with your body. There's no right or wrong, no judgment. Where there's no mind, there's also no judgment, no fear, no pressure. There's just the present moment. Now stay in a yogi squat for a second and slowly drop down into a sitting position. Now from here, we're transitioning into a full pigeon. So the left leg 90 degrees bent in front of you and the right leg is straight to the back. Toes are untucked and you can either stay on your hands, go down to your elbows, or completely surrender in front of you. Keep breathing and just observe. In our hips, the second chakra, the emotions are being stored, either if they're good or a bit more heavy on us. It doesn't matter because we let go of everything. Just see whatever comes up will come up and it will go right through you. While surrendering, we are also freeing ourselves. Find ease in this pose through your breath. Slowly reach back up, push the left leg back and the right leg comes in front of you. Bend it 90 degrees. Both hip flexors are pointing forward and slowly lean over your knee or stay on your hands, whatever feels right for you. As you can see, my right hip is a bit more stiff than the left hip flexor, so I'm having a bit of a hard time staying here on my elbows, but through the breath I can let go and my mind tells me, get out of this position. Now my head scratches. You see, when the mind comes up front, it's always very heavy, very stressful, and just not flowy. So I really invite you to stay connected to your breath even after this practice. So slowly push back up into a tabletop position and find yourself here in a hero's pose on your shins. Place your hands in your lap, on your knees, or together in front of your heart, whatever feels ready for you. And for a couple of minutes to end this practice, just observe how your body feels after those 20 minutes, how it felt in the beginning, what felt hard for you during the practice. Self-reflection is a really good key to improvement, but only without judgment, without pressure. Just observe, listen, but not interact, and also not identify. Slowly come back to the present moment. Place your hands in front of your heart. Take one last deep breath. And let it all go. Thank yourself for this practice, for letting go, for observing, for not judging yourself. And try to set an intention for today. Place it into your third eye by touching the thumbs between your eyebrows. And place your intention into Mother Earth. Thank you for this practice. And keep breathing.